For them, if we
CMI,
yeah, let's me end the meeting now.
you've ended the meeting, but
Well, the system must be ending. Okay, we will start the CMI board meeting. We will start at 5:38. Call to order. Okay, invitation to address the Board of Trustees on agendized and non-agendized items, CMI only. No takers? Okay. Then we will move on to 4.1, local LCAP for the CMI for 2016-17. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Oh, this is information. This isn't...
you don't have to have
because this is the charter. Okay. So I don't even need a motion for this. Okay. Information on the LCAP for CMI for 2016-17. Do we need any information? Pretty much the same. Nothing. Any information we should know? No. Okay. Then we will move on to 5.1, the public hearing regarding the adoption of the 2016-17 CMI budget. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
It was Mr. Gundez and Dr. Rouse. We will open the public hearing at 5:39. Do we need to go over? Okay, Mr. Rabing, go ahead and... No, this... Mr. Raven, go ahead and give us the rundown here.
Thank you. Thank you again for allowing me to address the board and the cabinet. So what I have for you, as Mr. Rain has already reviewed the state budget, I'd like to review for you the CMI budget, the charter school budget. So as it relates to enrollment, we are just about at the top of enrollment. We're projecting the total for seat-based students of 1,050 students for next year and ongoing. That bring our ADA up a slight bit, but not a whole lot, just equivalent to what we have the other COLA, the STIRS and the PERS rates, as well as the LCFF gap funding is also presented as some of the assumptions used to determine appropriate budgeting for the charter. So as we reviewed the CalSTRS and PERS rates, that 8% increase over the 5 years equates to about $330,000 for the CMI staff, and the 5.5% equates to about $50,000 for the classified staff. So as CMI has 3 different grade spans, I provided for you the different grade spans. What you'll notice though is that the target funding here is a little bit higher than our district target funding, and that's because of their supplemental concentration percentages are a little bit higher than our district is. So again, the target revenues is $10.8 million, and we're going to be receiving about $10.2 this year. They also do receive the one-time money at the $237 per, approximately $2,370 what they'll receive. So the increase to funding summary that I presented as the district, we have a similar look. What again you'll notice is there's a slowdown to what we're receiving. in both the 15-16 and 16-17 years, you do notice the one-time monies as they're coming in. Then there's no one-time monies projected in the 17-18 or 18-19 as of right now. The budget summary. What you should notice in red here is some spending down, some of the carryover from prior years. So the 15-16 carryover, some of it's spent down to take care of some of the site and program component priorities. We do have some remaining balances in the set-asides for supplemental concentration CTE money in the out years that those priorities haven't necessarily been identified yet. So once those priorities get identified, they would move into those expenditures, and you might see some more deficits in expenditures. But you don't necessarily see that in the district budget because we typically look at the unrestricted expenses and the restricted expenses. So those restricted expenses might be, spending more and may show a deficit, but as of right now, because of their funding is all in the same pool of money, like in the district had, in the olden days, the categorical and the general, all that stuff is combined. So some of the spending relates to that. So I provided for you a breakdown of their expenditures. Again, we're looking at the, I apologize, I noticed the bottom I have a total issue. I apologize for that. I'll definitely update that and get you a new copy. But yeah, there was a CMI. So the total expenditures is the 11.3 million is the total expenditures. If you look at the fifth line in this the 16-17, that's what that number should have been. So I apologize for that. And again, this slide is just to show you what those expenditures are of the 11.3 million. So for us, the future, what we're looking at being able to do is to close this hearing, to be able to present this again to the June 15th board meeting. The CMI budget as well as the LCAP plan does go to the county, but it's there just as a review. The district also is responsible to review our charter budget, and again, if there's any changes to funding, then we'll be bringing back an adjustment to this budget in the future years, or in the future months. CMI, any questions?
Any questions from the board? No? Any questions from the public? No? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rabing.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're going to close the public hearing at 5:45, and we will vote. We'll do an oral vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. All opposed? 5-0. Oh, sorry. Okay. Motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
That was Mr. Agundez and Ms. Cooley. Okay. Please vote. By an oral. We are still doing it orally. All those in favor. I'm sorry. All those in favor? Okay. All opposed? Okay. We are adjourned. 5. Hold on. We are adjourned at 5:47.